All right, guys, so we just left 8% Nation Conference last weekend. I wanted to unpack a few things that I do to help me both take in everything that I learned as well as apply it, right? Because it would be a shame to, go to a conference, go to an event like that, get all fired up and do absolutely nothing with it, right? So there's three things that I do, that I try to do, that help me kind of soak in the material, soak in the things that I've learned, and I hope these three things help you. The first thing, right, is you want to take some time when you get back from that, event, that conference, that, mastermind, that whatever it, like any type of event where you're around a bunch of people, you're getting ideas. You want to go back through the stuff that you learned, or the stuff that you wrote down, the notes that you took. So I challenge you to actually carve out some time where you take, an hour, 2 hours, and you actually unpack some of the ideas. For me, while I was at the conference, I was taking notes here, and I was creating ideas or jotting down ideas electronically. So I would send ideas to myself. I would take notes here. So as I got back, I started to go through my notes. And wouldn't you know it, I got more ideas. So I added to the ideas, right? I added to the ideas pile. And then I took a little bit chunk of time to go over those ideas, to talk about, to kind of put them on the calendar. Like, you're not going to implement them all today, right? So I dissect the ideas. Which ones can I implement now? Which ones can I start to work towards today? Which ones can I start to take action on immediately, right? I saw a lot of hands go up about the video content. I've also talked to some folks who are like, hey, I'm looking at Adobe, I'm looking at Lightroom, I'm trying to figure out don't do that. Something as simple as committing to video content is as easy as grabbing your phone and just start filming. Some of you guys I've seen do such a great job with this already. You're consistent, you've been on it every single day. I'm telling you, it's not easy, but take that idea, right, and put it to action right away. Like, don't just fester on that, or don't let that idea fester. Take action on it. And if it's not something you can take action on, put it on the calendar down the road. Yes, I just burped. That happened on video, and I'm throwing it out there anyways, right? So go through your notes, go through your ideas, put them on the calendar. That's the first thing, right? That's the obvious thing. The second thing, get with a friend, get with a bunch of friends, get with your colleagues, get with a bunch of your colleagues, right? Doesn't matter. Start to tell other people about A, the things you learned, and two, the things, and B, A and two. A, the things you learned, and B, the ideas that you have, right? Bring others into those ideas. Bring others in. I cannot tell you how many conversations I've had over the last week about the ideas and the things that have come from the event that we just left. And so get others involved in that idea. That's going to help you, hold you accountable. It's going to help it stay fresh in your mind, right? It's going to help you stay motivated. It's going to help you stay moving. Okay, so the second thing is to bring others in, right? Talk to them about the things you learned, as both those that went and that didn't go. Even create like maybe a little mastermind where you guys are unpacking the things that you learned, because one thing that spoke to you may be complete, like somebody could say something and when you hear it, it hits you this way, but when she hears it over here, it hits her an entirely different way, and that perspective is so extremely valuable. So if you can get into a group, right, and go through some of the things you learned. I know the Monday after the Sunday, we immediately jumped on a Zoom, my team and I, and the first thing that I wanted to do, well, what I really wanted to do was share all the things that I learned, right? But what I did instead is I said, hey, here's my biggest takeaway, okay? What's your guys? I want to hear from you. What's your biggest takeaway? What's kind of changed you the most? What did you learn? What did you love? Like, tell me the biggest takeaway that you have, right? So the second thing is bring others into the fold, right? Bring others into, what you just experienced. And then the last thing, quite simple, take massive action. And I'm not even talking, this is different than the first thing, right? The first thing is unpack some of those ideas and put those to work, but this is entirely different. You're running on a lot of momentum. You've got a lot of energy. You've got a lot of your spirit's just different when you're leaving an event like that. Utilize it. I've had the biggest week I've had in a long time, recruiting wise, training wise. I mean, some of the trainings that we've done, the best. It's just been wild, and I've written more personal business than I have in probably 6 or 8 weeks. And it's nothing's different, right? Nothing's other than the fact that I have more energy. I'm fired up. I'm motivated, and that feeling will fade. And so you want to take it and put it to good use. It would be almost like you woke up in the morning, right? You took 27 shots, don't take 27 shots of espresso, but you took 6 shots of espresso, right? You're like, boom, 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 boom. You slam 6 shots of espresso. You're like, you know what? I'm tired. Before it even kicks in, you're like, I'm tired, and you go lay down. No, put that to use. Like, you just slammed 6 shots of espresso. You got caffeine. You got energy. You like go run through that wall that you're going to run through, right? So the first thing, unpack the ideas, unpack the things you learned, go through the notes that you took. It's going to speak different to you, different on different days. I've had this book next to my desk, in my bag. It's traveled with me. I've looked through it at different times, and it's going to help you in different ways as you begin to grow and develop. Second thing is bring people in. Bring people into your vision. Bring people into your ideas. Like, talk about it. They're going to hold you accountable. Hey, you know what? You told me you were going to do this. What happened? You know, that's going to help you. And then the third thing is take that action immediately. Go back to the things you were doing before, right? Selling insurance, recruiting, whatever it was. Do the things you were doing before, but you're going to do them at a higher caliber with more energy, more efficiency, and having a whole lot more fun, because I know I am. So hope that helps. I know we see a lot of events. And by the way, if you have not been to an event, S.W.A.T's upcoming in September. You know, there's events all over the place. S.W.A.T is a big one. Would love to see you there. Get in the room. It's the biggest success hack you'll ever find.